Hey friends, today we're going to learn about a really cool artist named Joan Miro. And he is an artist from Spain, and his paintings are full of lines, shapes, and colors, just like what we've been learning about. So let's take a closer look at the work by Joan Miro, and then we're going to be inspired by his work to create our own. Okay, so let me show you our slideshow on Joan Miro. Here he is right here. This is his painting. When we're looking at artist paintings, um, I want you to do something in your mind. I want you to think about, what do I see when I'm looking at this painting? All right. What type of shapes do you see here? What type of shapes do we see? We see circles, ovals. You see, what type of lines do you see? I see these symbols. They kind of look like stars. I see curved lines. I see dots, spirals. Now, what colors do you see? Hmm. I see red. I see blue, black, green. There's a little tiny bit of yellow. All right, so after we're done thinking about identifying what we see, then you're going to want to think about what's happening. What do I think is happening? What do you think is happening in this painting? Kind of looks like there's two things, maybe two people, maybe a person and maybe a pet, right? Now, does this look realistic? Definitely doesn't look realistic, right? It looks abstract. Abstract is a big word for something that doesn't look real. It's just made with lines, shapes, and colors. Okay, and do you like this painting? Yes or no? If you do like it, why do you like it? If you don't like it, why not? Okay, now let's look at the next painting by Joan Miro. Ooh, so I'm noticing some of the same types of lines, shapes, and colors, right? What does it look like? What's happening in this painting? This abstract painting. It kind of looks like people or things, maybe monsters or aliens, right? I think it's very interesting. What do you think? Let's look at one more by Joan Miro. Wow, this one has a lot of detail. Detail means tiny things, tiny extra little hidden things in a painting that make it really interesting to look at. So let's look for a tiny detail that's we don't notice right away. There's so many cool little details. How about this detail when there's a window, and when you look out the window, there's this cool thing, kind of looks like a starfish, maybe an octopus. That's definitely abstract, right? Because it's not realistic. Ooh, there's another really cool little detail over here. There's this little figure with wavy, wiggly legs or arms. There's a ladder. There's a lot of cool details to look at in this painting, isn't there? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use Joan Miro's artwork to inspire our own, okay? And we're going to create our own Miro Monsters, kind of like this. Here are some student examples. Now, do you see how there's a big shape in the center? These artworks are made all out of lines, these lines, shapes, and colors. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Let's go forward. So here are some examples of some shapes and colors that you see in Joan Miro's paintings, but you can definitely make up your own, right? You can just look at these for examples, but we don't have to copy them exactly. Okay, and so here are the directions for what we're going to do. You're going to start with a big shape in the center for the body. We always start with the biggest shape first. Okay, and then the second step is we're going to add different types of lines and shapes for the head, the arms, and the legs. And then we're going to add details. Remember that word detail, um, small shapes and symbols. You might want to add some on the inside of the body, maybe on the head, maybe on the outside around the monster. And then we're going to add color, okay? So I'm going to show you how to get started on my whiteboard, just to show you all the different ways you can start. But I don't want you to copy me the way I do it. I want you to use your imagination to do it the way you know how in your imagination, okay? Because that's the most important part, for us to use our own imaginations. But being inspired by other people and other artists, that's awesome, right? So, okay. So the first thing we're going to do, just like I said, is we're going to start with a big shape first in the center. You're going to use regular paper. I'm just using this to show you. So I'm maybe going to use a big shape like this. It kind of looks like a teardrop. Okay, then the next one I'm going to do is maybe add some different shapes. Some different types of shapes for the legs. Maybe I want a wiggly line for the arm. Maybe a big spiral for the other arm. Why not? Do you remember how weird and crazy those paintings were? So there's no rules to this. Okay, now what type of feet could I make? How about something like that, maybe? Something like that. Okay, and now you can go back and look at those slides, all those pictures I just showed you. All those pictures are going to be attached to this assignment, so you can go back and look for extra inspiration if you get stuck, okay? So let's see, what else do I want to add? I definitely need a neck and a head, right? So, shape like that. I'm going to do a big, long, weird shape for the head. Now, you definitely don't have to use shapes like this. Your shapes can look totally, totally different. And how about your hair? I kind of like the way this is coming out. Maybe some ears. Okay, and then you're gonna wanna go in there and add some smaller details. Remember all the lines that we know? Some zigzags, spirals, wavy lines. Okay, and now I think it would look even more interesting if I added some shapes around my little monster guy, right? If I made some other symbols. These are just any type of shapes that just come into my imagination. We all have big imaginations. Okay. Kind of looks like he's like at a party or something, right? Okay, so after you get this far, and you can make yours totally different. It can have a big circle in the center. It can have two heads, right? It can have, wiggly arms. It can have a wheel instead of two legs. Okay, it doesn't have to look like this. Okay, so after you're done with this on your paper, then you're going to go in and add color. Okay, So I want you to have fun with this, use your imagination. Don't forget that you can go back in and look at the slides that I'm going to attach to this video. And you can look through all of these again for ideas. Okay. And I can't wait to see what you create. Please don't forget to send me a photo of your art. That's how I get to enjoy it and give it a grade. So yeah, I can't wait to see what you create. All right, good luck, guys. Thank you.